Somebody asked me, what is the best ways to improve acceleration? And my top 4 to 5 ways is going to be: number one, really good arm swings. You want to focus on really good arm swings. Then the next thing you want to focus on is good hip position, right? So you don't want your hips to be too much upright. You want it to be going forward, right? So in order to do that, the next thing you want to focus on is good knee drives. So driving the knee forward instead of driving it up. And then the next thing you want to focus on here is stiff ankles. You want your ankles, so when I say stiff ankles, I mean dorsiflexion. You want your ankles to be as stiff as possible. That's going to be my top things to focus on when it comes on to good acceleration. The next question I got here was, what are some top exercises that runners and sprinters should be doing? What are the best exercises? So you want to work on calf strength, you want to work on foot strength, you want to work on hamstring and glute strength. And then in order to work on that, think about it: calf raises, hamstring curls. And the next thing you want to do here is leg presses. Leg presses is really good for sprinters because you're working on that quad muscle. You're working on getting in that angle where you're flexing and extending, right? And the next thing you want to work on is you want to work on ground contact. So a good way to work on ground contact is to do anything where you're jumping off a box and landing and then trying to be explosive, or you're standing in a spot and you're exploding out of that spot, trying to be as explosive as possible for reps or timed. So that's going to be the biggest thing to work on when it comes on to you as a runner or a sprinter. So the next question I got here is about stride length, how to work on stride length. So stride length is very tricky. If you're a runner or a sprinter, you run the 1, 2, or the 4, you have to be careful with your stride length because you don't want to open your strides up too much to where you're overstriding, and you don't want to be taking small steps to where you're taking too many steps. So I would say work on trying to take in more powerful steps. This is going to start with learning which leg is stronger than the other and trying to strengthen both legs so they're just as equally strong. So single leg exercises is gonna what's gonna help you to work on single leg strength. And then yeah, back to what I'm saying, single leg strength. This is gonna be the top thing to work on stride length, right? Anybody could go and run and try to run as fast as you can, but if you can apply force and hit your center of mass, like let your legs land under your center of mass and push out of that, you'll be able to be more explosive, i.e. takes more powerful strides. So focus on not overstriding and focus on not taking too many steps. So you want to find that good medium where you're taking more powerful steps. Like you need to feel everything coming from the hips. Next person asked me, what are some top drills to improve sprint mechanics or running mechanics? You're gonna have to start with the basics. So march all your drills first. You want to march A skips, B skips, C skips. You want to march cycling drills, right? So march your drills first, as in just go slow and do the movement, and then you transition that into skipping drills, and then you transition that into running drills. This is where I come in. I have multiple videos showing you guys how to improve sprint mechanics, running mechanics. So tap in with any one of my videos. I have multiple playlists. Go to my channel, click on one of my playlists that says how to improve sprint performance, and check those videos out. All right, so a right leg cycle. What I'm trying to do is, so RL, right leg cycle, what I'm trying to do is my right leg, I'm trying to drive my heel to my butt, circle over my shin, and put my foot back down under me. I don't want my foot going out here, and I don't want my foot going here. I want to do a complete cycle of my heel over my shin and then back down right beside me. So if I'm gonna do it on the spot, this is what it should look like. So think straight leg bounds where I'm straightening out my leg like that, right? And then I'm doing that same movement. Right? Cycling. So you could practice this before you get into the, right? So think about it. Heel to the butt, Knees slightly forward, cycle the shin, the foot comes back down here, right beside the other foot. You don't want to be out here, now behind here. Same thing on the other side. Right? I'm trying to straight leg bounce, then cycle over the shin, put the foot back down, cycle over the shin. One key note, when the foot leaves the ground for my cycling, I don't want my toe pointing down. Toes are always pointing up, never down, always up. So, right? Now, if I'm gonna alternate those, I go 1, 2, cycle. So if I pause, this is the position I'm in, right?